Welcome once again to Lehto's Law. Here's Steve Lehto.
I had a whole bunch of people send me this story, and what's shocking about it is the number involved. Washington, that's the state of Washington, finds labor law sign company broke the law nearly 600,000 times. And that's just in Washington. And so if you've ever run a business, you know that this is the case. You get all kinds of stuff in the mail. And sometimes you get deceptive stuff in the mail. So Michaela Bourgeois wrote this for KOIN. A judge in King County, Washington, ruled that the owner of a labor law poster company violated a consumer protection law nearly 600,000 times. The Washington Attorney General made that announcement. According to the AG's office, the company is based in Michigan, of all places, sent scam letters in the mail to small businesses to trick the business owners into buying workplace posters they were not legally required to purchase. And so you own a business, mail comes in, you get this letter, it looks official, and it goes, you must buy this poster and display it for your workers to see. And it turns out that there are posters that people do put up. The question is whether you're required to buy it from them. Officials said the letters imitated legitimate government communications. King County Superior Court judge granted the AG's request for summary judgment against one of the owners and decided the merits of the case without a trial. And that is something that can be done. If there is no question that the facts come down a certain way, judge can make a ruling like that. The judge found the mailers were deceptive and violated the Consumer Protection Act, adding that the owner who sent these out violated the law 594,788 times. Case is still pending against the company's co-owners, and the penalties will be decided later. The AG said small business owners work hard to follow the law. This judgment shows the incredible scale of the scam operation. We'll be asking the court to order them to return every penny to the thousands of Washington businesses they harmed, plus significant penalties. We will not stop fighting to protect Washington business owners from harmful scammers. The state's lawsuit seeks restitution plus interest. According to the lawsuit, the company and its owners violated the Consumer Protection Act over the course of 8 years. The suit also claimed that the company violated a 2016 permanent injunction and a 2008 resolution with the AG's office that banned the company from sending the deceptive mailers. That's where you get into trouble. You get caught one time, you have an injunction against you, and then you do it again. AG's office explained that businesses with employees are required to display posters about workers' rights, such as workplace safety requirements or the right to disability leave. Officials said these posters can be downloaded for free from regulators or state agencies, such as the Washington Department of Labor and Industries, Washington Employment Security Department, and or the U.S. Department of Labor. The AG argued that the company's business model is to exploit those poster requirements for profit by sending the deceptive letters that look like bills from a government agency. The company also used envelopes with threatening language about legal consequences if the businesses did not buy their products, which were labeled as complete state and federal posting requirement set for $79 or more, according to the AG. The Attorney General argued these tactics led the business owners to believe that buying or displaying these posters was legally required. Now, you may be required to post something, but you don't have to buy it from these guys. The Attorney General's office also highlighted previous law violations from this company going back to 2008 when the office investigated similar consumer protection violations against the company. And that, again, is a company in Michigan. The company entered a legal agreement to refund Washington businesses and to stop the conduct. However, the company continued sending mailers to about 80,000 businesses. And according to a 2014 lawsuit, more than 2,900 small businesses paid $125 to prepare documents that looked like they came from the government. A King County judge in that case ruled the company violated the law over 79,000 times and ordered restitution of $1.15 million. AG's office said the owners continued the practice under a new name and violated the 2016 court order and the earlier resolution. And that's a concern. When a judge enters an order and it names you and tells you to do something and you don't do it or vice versa, or you simply change the name of your company and keep doing it, a judge might get upset with that. So the latest lawsuit here claimed that the company mailed at least 594,000 deceptive letters to small businesses between 2016 and 2024. The lawsuit also alleges the company made nearly 5,000 sales to Washington businesses since 2016, totaling at least $558,000. Now, the company renewed its Washington business registration in October 2023 and continued sending mailers to businesses that previously purchased their posters until they were ordered to stop in April of 2024. Now, you might go, but Steve, the companies in Michigan, this is just the state of Washington. There's a whole bunch of other states out there, right? Oh, it turns out several other states have also filed lawsuits against the company. Officials said the Tennessee Attorney General's office has filed a lawsuit, which is pending. Arizona got a $626,000 judgment against the company. And so if you are an AG in a state that I didn't just mention, you might want to go, here's some low-hanging fruit, and find out if anybody's been doing this in your state. And I assure you they have been, because that's just how they do it. That's how they make money. Years and years and years ago, I had a very good friend who worked at the Attorney General's office in the state of Michigan. And the first step was people filed complaints. And the complaints were public. So people could go in and examine the complaints. And every now and then, I would actually personally go to Lansing, go to the office where my friend worked, and say, I'm here to take a look at your complaints. And she'd say, okay, there you go. And there was a wall of filing cabinets. And complaints that people filed against companies were there. But the fascinating thing was I could ask her and say, I'm curious, is there anything new going on? And she'd say, oh yeah, we got a whole flurry of these and a whole spate of these, a cornucopia of complaints. And that's how you could keep your thumb on the pulse of what was happening in the arena of consumer ripoffs in the state of Michigan. And there were companies out there that were just flagrantly violating the law. They didn't care because they're making tons of money. So the Attorney General, when they see a bunch of complaints against one company, they investigate it and they decide to take action. And the scary part is that some of these companies make so much money doing this kind of stuff, and when they get caught, they get fined. And guess what? If it's just an economic fine that has cut a check, and there's like no criminal record, no one goes to jail, some companies go, okay, let me get this straight. I can make this much money, you're going to fine me this much. So the AGs need to go, you made this much money, we're going to fine you this much. But they can only do that if the law allows it. And that's the problem with some of these statutes is the statute just says, here's how much it is per violation or actual damages. And then you got to figure out what the actual damages are or multiply out the per violation things and see if it adds up. But here, they had an injunction to stop, and they just kept doing it. Gee, I wonder why. I suspect they were still making money. That's probably why. So thank you to Caleb, who's one of the first people to send this to me. He's my correspondent in the Pacific Northwest. Koin or coin. Washington finds labor law sign company broke the law nearly 600,000 times. Michaela Bourgeois wrote that, and we'll see if those people stop or just cut a check and keep doing it. We'll see. Questions or comments, put them below. Let's talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Lehto's Law. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been to Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq, and I can say without hyperbole that this is 1,000,000 times worse than all of them put together.